totally askew. Here we go. And we are off. Today is day 279 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on here with our projects of sorts. So, we are chipping away at our HTML files, CSS, and JavaScript, trying to slowly piece together our number guessing game. Let's open up the example. We also need to open chat. There we go. Beautiful. And you know what? We've got other things. No, we're crazy. Totally missing stuff. Alright. What were we going to look at? There were a couple of things we wanted to address. First of all, what if I do another... Is that a thing? Does that interfere? No, that is quite alright. There we go. Yarg. Don't mind me, I am simply checking some background nonsense. Good. It was a comment. Oh, little choppy, need to adjust its comments regarding yesterday's audio. Damn, and I should have checked on that. Okay, so little choppy, might need to adjust the tack speed. Tiny cat, watch yourselves. Hey, Zero Evo L. Evil? Definitely Zero Evo L. Or maybe it's just evil. Like evil, but with an O. Not critical. Welcome, nonetheless. How is your day / night going? Hopefully your Friday has been enjoyable. We are trying to clear one or two messages from yesterday before we dive into all of today's nonsense. Margin 0 auto, that is a good... Let's move over to our CSS and get a better idea as we compare yesterday's notes. Aha, typical. Main is also just an element you could use to describe the main content, fair enough. Script is always last right before the closing body tag. Cool. So we should change that, and then align content and align items only works with Flexbox. Interesting. Okay, so we have some corrective stuff to do. Script should be moved, snuggled right against body, like so, and div, and then contain all of this noise. Save. Alright, interesting. EVOL is love. Zero love, but it's love backwards. Fascinating. Bored. Super bored. Good to know. Well, you've come to the right place if you want to increase your boredom. So, good times. You can have script in the header. Okay, it's not really going to affect performance too much. Fair enough. I think our, currently why we've got it towards the bottom is that way all the other structural components of the HTML run first before it triggers any script stuff. So sort of a secondary preference for why it's at the bottom currently. Command save, at least for my current understanding. They also mentioned, well, main is fine. That's all right. It works. That suffices. Oh, we should look at our current. We should bring up. So here is our example. This is what we are heading towards slowly. We're crawling towards this, really. But this, yeah. That's we didn't copy that at all. That's our script stuff here. There we go. Copied. This is what we've got to work with. Beautiful. Beautiful. Slightly disheartening, but we're getting there. File? No, not file. View. Let's look at the console because we can. Ta-da! B-D-D-D-D-D. And let's do 3. Submit. So again, 5. We can see what the actual current random number is. 3 is too low. 7. Ta-da! And right on the money. Boom. Beautiful, beautiful. So, furthermore, let's start chipping away. Yesterday, we just simply connected the dots for CSS. We just wanted to sort of set something up. That way it wasn't just our sad, soulless, black text with no character. So we added a little bit of life to it. And now with that set up, I think we at least have the basics of the specifications. Your HTML page should include text input and a submit button. We've got our text input and a submit button, so that's cool. When the page loads, it generates a random number using JavaScript. It does, in fact, do that. The random number can be within any range of numbers you choose. We chose our JavaScript 1 to 10. 11 is not included. And last, the user should be able to input a number in the input box and click the submit button. When the submit button is clicked, tell the user either their guess is too high, too low, or they guess correctly. So we're going to try and tackle that bit tonight. I don't know how deep, if any, of the extra credit we'll be able to achieve. So, but at least extracting, or not extracting, but relaying our console log stuff into HTML data. Because we've got what we need here. All of this is fantastic. We simply want to pull this info and dump it out here. Very similar to Topher's example. 74. Usually we do 42. Let's do 42. I feel like we're missing out on life. 42 is too low. 56. Damn. 51. We'll get there. I think we've only won once. Every other day we've lost. Not just regarding the game, but the last 279-ish days have been. There's been a common theme of tragedy. Lots of learning, mostly tragic though. So, that's the flavor of progress, is tragedy. Little Kitty, we're on a roll. We're not really on a roll, but we're starting to tumble and gain momentum. So, try not to destroy or sabotage the stream entirely. We need to take our JavaScript. Oh my god, Cat. Wow. Just every F key 1 through 5, all of them at once with your little back leg. That was horrific. All these screens just flash by. Do you really have to lay right there? No, no, no. Stop laying your face on things. Don't get comfy. Don't get comfy. Oh my god. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3. I love you, but move. There you go. Oh, wow. Never easy. Never easy. Did she move the mic any more than normal? No, not really. Focus, Steven. Focus. We can close out of that extra window. Shimmy OBS over here. There we go. Back into action. Awesome. So, yet again, we've got all of this fun stuff pouring into the console, being logged to the console. Now we just need to take that and have it appear like so. That's what we want. We are on the hunt for that. So these need to move from this neighborhood into the real world, right? Currently, they are trapped in the upside down of the Stranger Things universe. We need to bring them out from the console log hell into reality over here. So to do that, we want to Google something. I'm lost and afraid. I think I want to do the JSON.stringify because in my mind, I want to take a JSON object or JavaScript info and turn it into an HTML string. Is that weird? Is that wrong? Is that a bad instinct? Maybe it should be something else. What is JSON.stringify take HTML data and dump it into JavaScript? Maybe that's the exact opposite thing that I was looking to do. Hey, as the moon. Yes, Kitty power indeed. She is the destroyer of worlds. That is absolutely right. Okay, are you gonna use inner HTML? I could. I don't mind using inner HTML. I just don't have any gut instincts on really what direction to do or where to go. Why not try appending the console log into a span? I like your style, Zero Love. I'm liking that. Let's try spanning things. So here, I think I want to return it after the button. Where did my return guess come from? Maybe I could keep the ID return guess, do the span. But where did return guess hail from? Do we even have that piece? We had it in JavaScript briefly a day or two ago, but I think we've since updated it and that's been removed. That part of our code doesn't even exist anymore. We can totally get rid of that. Or could we salvage it? No. No. We could do something. Zero Love, you're appending to that P tag, I guess. So, yeah, as I was just ranting about it a day or two ago, as we've slowly pieced this together, coming to terms with our confusion, we did, for a brief moment, have, I think it was some other function that we had set up, and, yeah, it was return guess, but I've gotten rid of that since then. So that's been gone and updated for a day or two. So I think we're just gonna swap this into span because we can. Span, generic line container. Span's not self-closing, is it? I don't believe it is. So how does one tell console log info in JavaScript? Go to HTML. Maybe that's the inner.html that was referenced before. as the moon was talking about. So JavaScript data to HTML. Typical. Typical. Stack Overflow. Using data attributes. Could be into that. I can be that guy. I can learn how to use a data attribute. I get HTML data value as a string with no, maybe. Sack of death. If the following in my source HTML, blankety blankety blah, well, let's see what the answer is to this hilarious nightmare of theirs. Usually there's a big green happy check mark that indicates the answer on Stack Overflow. We're totally missing it? Maybe there is no agreed upon answer. How unfortunate would that be? I think we're doomed. I smell failure in our future. Although that scent has been looming around us for the last 270 plus days, so who knows? HTML5 is designed with extensibility in mind for data that should be associated with a particular element but not need to have any defined meaning. Data attributes allow us to store extra information on standard semantic HTML elements without tags such as non-standard attributes, extra properties on DOM or node set user data. Article blah, ID blank, data column blank, blah blah blah. So that's the HTML syntax. JavaScript access. Get element. Yeah, we've already got that. I'm not worried about getting. We already have all the HTML fun that we need. We need to pump it in the other direction. Let's follow. Let's follow. You just want to data generated in. Oh, also, hey Langley, what up? Langley in the house. You just want to data generated in the JavaScript and display it within the HTML. Yeah, pretty much. See, here, we've already got all this goodness being pumped out via console log. Going on here. When we throw in a guess, and this gets generated very similar to this. With each guess, it updates. And that's what that's what I'm trying to do now, at least, is extract all of this fun and bring it over from the JavaScript side, console log, to the HTML side. Maybe it is the inner HTML. Inner HTML. Does that solve all of our life issues? Be diddy 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 la dee diddy diddy la da 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 dee. Element.innerHTML. The element.innerHTML property sets or gets the HTML syntax describing the element's descendants. Note, if a div span or no embed node has child text node that includes characters blank blank or blank, inner HTML returns these characters as amp blank blah blah and blah. Get a correct copy, constant content element.innerHTML. So how does it actually look? Removes all of the element's children and parses the content string and assigns the resulting nodes. All kinds of HTML fun, followed by something. Document body.innerHTML equals an empty string. Replace body content with. So maybe if I tell it instead of body. Something else? Instead of body, what if I tell it span? Can I do that? Langley. First get the element, then using as the Moon-E suggested, use inner HTML. Element.innerHTML equals hello world. Okay, so hold on, hold the phone. So we already first get the element, then use as the moon inner.html element.innerHTML. So I guess it's very similar to this. Submit guess. Maybe instead we could do return guess. Copy. So let's do function? Is that weird? This is already weird, right? I'm heading in the wrong direction. I was just trying to repeat what I did before when I had the document .get element by guess. Maybe I'm a crazy person. Dee diddy 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 la da 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 dee la dee diddy diddy die. Copy. Yes, return. You know what? Let's just call it return. That'll be better. Copy. Oh, we can't do return because return's a keyword. You big dumb giant stupid. That's fine. Command Z, return guess. We could call it returned. Duh. Past tense, ed. Maybe that works. Ed. Yeah. There we go. That's cool. That totally works. So, returned, copy, and we'll update our span with returned. I don't know if that's gonna work, but we're just kind of feeling this out. The goal of this is to fall on our face hard enough where we finally learn something. And I think we're falling in that general direction. So, fingers crossed. Now, we can do other things. Element.innerHTML. So, span? No, not span. Maybe span. No. Yes? No. Maybe. Hold on. That's... It's different because parseInt was used to take the number string and just give it the number value to compare it to the random number generator, so we could compare data types. So we don't really need the parseInt portion. Yes, we're fine with value. Value is pulling the value. We want to send the value. So we want to do something blank 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 element span dot inner HTML equals blah blah blah. Hey, Kosi. Zero love. Doesn't matter, you can use p tag if you want. What are you doing? He's trying to display his console log. Yes, specifically with the immediate task at hand, it is trying to display console log, but Topher has hooked us up with, if you've missed or haven't seen specifically, Topher set us up with a handful of projects that we can do here on our computer to get used to using Atom and just our local machine instead of having to rely on Code Academy and Code Wars and Freak, Code Camp, all the tutorial sites and challenges that we've been doing for so many days, like 3/4 of the year. So now we're currently on the second project, the number guessing game, and we've set up most of the basic stuff. When we submit a guess, it should kind of print out the phrase if it's too high or too low. That way you can adjust your guess accordingly, and that is currently what we're dealing with now. We've got everything set where it shows up on the console, or via console log, but now we're just transitioning that data over to the HTML side of things. Diddy 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 la die da 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 die. Prior to that equals, I guess, is a string. Dee copy. Maybe we don't want. That seems like crazy talk. Line 24 probably needs to die. That's what I'm assuming. Langley, you've already done the hard work in submit guess. You already know the message you want to show. Very true. Yes, I've got my if, else if, else. I agree. If there's a way to salvage that, that would be bitchin'. Langley UK document.get element by ID, quote, unique ID dot inner HTML. Oh, so I could do return guess for that. Document.get get element by ID return, or returned technically. And I guess we could change it back to a paragraph, since I don't really mind if we use span or not, but paragraph in my mind seems easier. Zero Love, you're already returning your guess, so you don't have to make a new function. Okay, so new function gets to die. New function is going straight to hell. Message received, loud and clear. Now, as the moon has also thrown out, document.getElement by ID, submit on click equals function. Oh, if I were to set it up as a new function, it'd be the on click portion. Or there would be the function part to the on click event. Document.getElement by ID guess field dot inner HTML guess. Kosi, I like how you're overthinking things. Are you just trying to understand it perfectly, or a question mark? It's mostly due to me just being a crazy person. I am trying to understand it, shockingly. But yeah, I'm also trying to narrate all the craziness that's going through my head, because obviously it would be that same exact train of thought, but if I weren't streaming it, it would just be generic guy in silence, it would look very similar to this. Ignoring the webcam and me just staring at the monitor going, right? And that's no fun. That's just odd. There would be an hour and a half of silence, and then you'd just be seeing a dude starting to weep quietly after an hour and a half of being confused, and then everyone wouldn't know why I'm crying. And so this way, when I narrate all the craziness that's going on, you can see how misguided I truly am. So yeah, good times. I am gonna take advantage of the helpful hints that are being thrown at me. So first of all, let's do what we've currently got here. Document goodness. I am gonna salvage some of this in the meantime. So copy that. Beep-a-dee-da-dee-da-dee, la-die-da-da-da-die, do-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Lee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee, la-die-da-da-da-die. Returned, I believe, is what we were doing here, and we are going to change it back to a paragraph, because why not? Right? Who doesn't love a good paragraph tag? Vitamin P, an important part of your HTML's diet. Here becomes returned like so. Dot inner, and we'll adjust and move things accordingly. Inner HTML. Beautiful, beautiful. Slightly. We have a lot of correcting to do, but that's a good step in the right direction. Good. Okay. Could you send the code in the Discord server? Are you talking about Topher's awesome projects or my tragic HTML, questionable CSS, and equally confusing JavaScript? I can't imagine you would want my code. I could only assume that you would want Topher's awesome projects that he set me up with. Do you want just one project or all of them? We can do all kinds of stuff. It's just GitHub, so let me know which link or data you're looking for. But yeah, I got my Discord link down below in the profile somewhere, so let me know what you want, and I can copy and paste like there's no tomorrow. That is one skill that we've perfected over the last 270 plus days. Copy and pasting. It's our jam. Langley, it's tough as a viewer to not just say how to do something and rather just guide BDX to answer the project if possible. Sure. Here is currently project number 2. Lee buddy dee la die da 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 die. Dee ba doo doo doo. Dee 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 la die da die dee. Should I do it? You know, we can just do it. Is it wrong to do it Discord, or just do it in the Twitch chat? I was just gonna throw it through the Twitch chat. I can do it in Discord too. Since we're already loading Twitch, we're gonna drop it off here, but we can do, well, from this link you can track down all of the goodness, the rest of the project. There we go. And enter. Ta-da! Link away. Enjoy. Closing out of that noise. So. Right. Like you were saying, Langley, document.getHTML by ID, return inner blah. Okay. Now, with this, blank, blank, blank. I guess I want it to equal that. Right? Copy. Would it be... Is this weird? With an equals? It seems weird. If document.getID returned inner HTML equals console log, yes, blank, 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 blank. I taste wrong in my mouth. That sentence sounds wrong, but it's actually very accurate, because that's exactly what's happening. You know what? I could console log all of this. Maybe that's what I should do. I should do that. I should switch console log, have that on the leading edge, and then everything is up against equals the string of what I want it to be. That makes more sense. Very, very similar to console log, ta-da, equals, boom. That makes way more sense. This, else if, I think is more accurate than our current if setup. Well, I'm going to repeat for else down here. Beedity, beedity. As the moon thanks, where is ID returned? ID is being returned in the paragraph tag. Console log is no longer required. Very cool. Even better. Even better. But yes, ideally the paragraph tag with the ID return. So that means console log can die. Here we can get rid of this and that. Beautiful. Beedity, 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 bleedity, doo-dee-doo, die-da-die, beedity. Here comes .enter HTML. Alright, command save. Let's see what happens. I'm sure there's more to do. But, fingers crossed, we don't set the whole city on fire. If there's a few casualties, we can live with that. But lots of casualties... Yeah, unexpected. Oh, look at this. Line 26. I learned how to read the errors. So line 26, we're pissing them off. Rightfully so. Because... Oh, that's right. We had our scary stupid function that we added. We don't need our scary stupid function. Pro tip. Remove any and all scary stupid functions. You heard it straight from BDX Inc. That's what's going down. Even Steven, I learned to remove the nonsense. I mean, it only took like 300 tries, but eventually we learned. Dee-da-dee-dee-ba-doo-da-doo, and once more, update 2. We've got a random 2. We're throwing in a 5 because we can. I hit submit. A lot of silence. I did like the console log before because we could see stuff was running. There's definitely more that we need to do. It should be saying too high. Yes is too high. I think there's more that we need to. Oh, I did okay, I didn't realize. I thought it was just the single upper camel case, which I know we don't have, but since it changed color, inner HTML, I thought that was good enough, but it is in fact all capital letters. Rookie mistake, Steven. Rookie mistake. Oh, that's a whole day's worth of food that we aren't going to be able to get now. Suppose we could trade a finger for it. Lethal mistakes. Command save. Good, good, good. And we're updating, and we're doing 2, and so ha, it didn't work. Little kitty, did you see that? Yeah, she's busy sucking on her ankles or cleaning her toes or doing something. All right, we can see her? Yeah, the little ghost cat doing her thing in the darkness of the night. Yeah, but look at this, we did it. Success. Tons of fun. That's all we really wanted to achieve at a minimum for tonight. 6 is too high. Oh, this is great. 1. Yeah, we guessed correctly. Of course we did. This is fantastic. Now, we can also do some fun CSS stuff for our paragraph. Let's just do something brief, minor, maybe like red and italicized. Something basic. Yeah, good, good. Let's do P. E da dee da dee da dee la die da 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 die color red and a font style italics save fresh 3 submit. Beautiful, it works. It indeed works. And we can also do, is it font weight? Font weight. Yeah, bold. Let's do that. I think that'll be good. Command save. And 3. Good, good, good. That's better. That's better. Awesome. Awesome. Success. Okay. Langley, as the moon. Nice, nice. Thank you, thank you. Langley, now imagine between lines 17 through 18. Okay, hold on. If we're envisioning things, let's break out the real deal. Now, 17. This guy's 17 through 18. Had the document.getElement by ID returned dot inner HTML equals variable. Oh, what optimizations could be made if that was added? Interesting. From there, this is good. This is kind of like a cool switch case. Not quite the same as the switch case. Well, I've done it before with a switch case where you make each of the different cases equal to a single variable, and then at the bottom, you simply return that variable. So, yeah, that would totally simplify things. I could be that guy. I would be into that. So that would be just outside of the if. We could do, what's it called? Dee da dee da dee da die. La dee da dee da dee. La da da. Oh god, I did Command V. Bad Steven. V, copy, or pasting, equals returned. Yes. I know it's the same thing, but bear with me. Return, we do if variable returned. Yeah. If variable returned equals blank. And we could set up a single variable returned blah blah blah, but screw that noise. We're gonna be fine. Yeah, we'll do it up here. Death. No, no, no. We're gonna live dangerously and just leave it as these. Just for visualization. I can feel it in my mind. It's just telling me to, hey, set this up like this. Just do variable returned equals stuff. We just do that. Do I have to specify what it is? I don't think I do. Let's live in this world. Command save. Good, good. And update. And 3. Aha, it still works. That's so cool. This is awesome. EA programming. You guessed correctly. Okay, now, onwards. That was the initial goal for today so far. Last couple comments though. Zero Love, weren't you trying to display all the users' guesses? Yes and no. We can get there. Before I add that, I kind of want to follow along with the handy specifications for the game. So one of the recommendations was setting in like a guess limit of, so here was keep track of the number of the times the users made a guess. One will need to add that in, and then additionally following along with that, only give, and again, these are also just general ideas, but the second one, only give a user a maximum number of guesses, like 3 guesses before they lose. If they win, give them an option to play back. So anyways, all of these kind of build on themselves, but with that said, since we're going to be adding in the functionality to only return 3 guesses, or to only have 3 guesses, we only need to return 3. So I was going to add that functionality in once we set up the 3 guess limit. So that's all. We don't necessarily need that just yet, but yeah, eventually we will add in each guess, or those 3, log the last 3 guesses, if that's a thing. Maybe it's easier to just add it now, but currently in my mind, the way I see it, as I'm trying to process the code mentally, I see it as something that I would add after I implement that limit. But I think that's mostly it for now. Little bits of progress. I'd like to do a longer stream and continue chipping away. I know that was kind of basic, but tonight I'm also trying to keep it as a shorter stream. The missus and I have an early day tomorrow, so that's why we've got the lights off. She's been passed out for essentially the whole stream, so let's go ahead and close out of this stuff. Make sure we save everything. And then we can finally start chipping away at the extra credit stuff tomorrow. So hopefully that all goes well. Let's save HTML, CSS, and there's that. We can leave all this for now. Let's jump out to OBS. Thank you again to anyone and everyone who stopped by the view of the stream tonight. We had Zero Love as the Moon, Langley UK, Kosi QQ, and anyone else? I think that looks like about it. Thank you again for all the tips, tricks, hints, and guidance. It is deeply, deeply appreciated. God knows we definitely need it. Day 279 comes to an end, but the adventure continues tomorrow with day 280 of the year of streaming and learning to code. In the meantime, though, we're stopping the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.